Hello. Since the pandemic started, all my students and colleagues and family and friends have seen me from this perspective. But what goes on behind, or should I say, below the camera? Well, today you're going to find out because I'm taking you on a desk tour. Welcome to my desk. The first thing you will notice, obviously, is that I'm wearing shorts for obvious reasons. Now, let's talk about the brains of my system. This here is my laptop. It's, let's see, I get the exact specs for that. It's a Macbook Pro, 15-inch, 2.6 gigahertz quad-core Intel Core i7 from 2012. Okay, I bought one when it was brand new, and it's been with me all over the Philippines. It's been with me to school every day before the pandemic, and it works 10 hours a day, every day during the pandemic. It does everything that I need, or practically everything I need. No? During the start of the pandemic, I had to move all my PowerPoint presentations to video. So I had to learn how to use Final Cut Pro X. And it took me a month to study it and learn the intricacies, but I did. And I managed to edit 4 30-minute videos for my classes. You know? Not without difficulty, though. I mean, like, this would get very hot, no? Close to overheating. Whenever you have to render something, like a 30-minute video, have lunch first. That's how long it takes to render. But it gets the job done. No, somehow it gets the job done. I've also managed to mix a lot of music on this thing using Logic Pro X. I had to mix a lot of virtual choirs during the pandemic, and this can handle more than 100 tracks with plugins with no problem. Okay? The only thing that brings this to its knees is OBX. For the life of me, I cannot get it to run smoothly. No. There would always be some hiccups after a few minutes. Sometimes it would start and it just bogs down completely. And finally, after all that abuse, in November of last year, the GPU gave up. I sent it over to third-party repair system because it's out of warranty already, because it's so old. And they said, "Yep, sir, the GPU is done, and we don't have any parts for it." So, what I did was I had to get. I wanted to order a new MacBook Pro, one of these M1 models. The trouble was, it wasn't arriving in Asia until about late January. So I got the exact same model, the exact same model, and I managed to bring the price down to something I could afford. And then when I got the new one, I just took out the SSD and the RAM of the old one, because it's user replaceable, and dropped it into the new one, and everything worked fine. And this is it. This is the second one. That's why it has 2 dots here. And it's been running fine since. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's running fine. It can do everything except OBS again. And the semester's almost done, and I think we're going to make it. Okay. Now, I also have a second monitor here. It's a Samsung 27-incher. I don't know what the model number is. I just bought the cheapest one I could find with an HDMI input. And this is really, 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 really necessary if you're going to do any serious or complicated video editing and or audio mixing. So that you can run the timelines over here, and then you can have your you can watch the video, or you can have the mixer over here on the other screen. Other things I have for visuals are, I have a Logitech Brio. Because the webcam on this thing is crap. So I have a Logitech Brio. It's supposedly 4K, although with this computer you can't get 4K. But it has a nice image, you know, does the job, and plugs straight in with no complicated controls. You know, it just works. Okay. However, sometime in November of last year, I was invited to a big system-wide webinar. And I wanted to look good. I wanted to look really good. No, because I watch webinars and people look, sometimes the images are bad, especially if they're using a green screen, the chroma's always leaking. So what I did was, I thought, what's better than a webcam? Because this is practically the best webcam you can get, no? And the answer was a DSLR. So I got myself a second-hand DSLR. It's a Nikon D5300. It's what's shooting right now. And it worked with the green screen. It just beautiful, you know, broadcast quality green screen background. You know. I also used that camera for a lot of photography. I revived my photography hobby, and I set up a website with all my photos taken around the house. Other things I have here is that, well, of course, when I'm online, I usually like to get, my broadcast friends will know this, I usually want to get a program monitor, you know. So what I do is I get either my phone or my iPad, and I sign in to the same Google Meet or the same Zoom meeting, and I see what's coming off, you know, so I can see what's actually on the net as opposed to what's in my system. And that's, oh, well, I got a lot of hard disks. I'm a pack rat when it comes to data, you know, because I have data all the way back to 1990 when I got my first laptop. So I got a 3.5 desktop hard disk over here, which is my time machine, and I got a 2.5 version of the time machine also. So this one I can take along with me, and that one I can leave here at home. So I'm backed up like crazy. I also have more 2.5s here. I have 3 more for storing various projects which I want to offload from the computer. And to connect them all together, I have 2 USB 3 hubs. I got a 4-port and I got a 7-port, and they're both powered. No, so I'm not taking power away from the laptop. It's just going through the adapter. So I'm not taxing this one too much. I also got a CD-ROM drive. A CD, yeah, it's a CD writer, which I hardly use. But you know, you never know when someone might ask for a CD. So I remember I applied for copyright for some music that I'd composed, and the National Library was asking for CDRs. Oh boy! And it was more difficult to find the discs themselves, than to find the burner. So I have it there. It's just ready to go, and that's for the brains and the visual part of my system. Next up, the heart and soul, audio.